Messi is kicked out by a car dealership manager. What he does next will surprise you. Lionel Messi, one of the most iconic figures in world football, had decided to start a new chapter in his life. After moving to Miami and signing with Inter Miami, he remained humble despite his fame and wealth. That afternoon, with a clear purpose in mind, he visited a luxury car dealership called Lux Auto House, known for its collection of rare models. Upon entering the store, dressed in a simple Argentina national team shirt and comfortable sandals, Messi went unnoticed by most of the staff. He slowly walked through the showroom, carefully observing the neatly lined cars. It was clear he was looking for something special. One particular model caught his attention, a sleek black coupe with elegant lines and an impressive design. He stopped in front of it, admiring it silently. Calmly, he approached the nearest salesperson, a young man engrossed in his phone behind a desk. "Excuse me, could you tell me more about this model?" Messi asked politely but firmly. The salesperson looked up, glanced at him briefly, and replied indifferently, "I'll call the manager." Without further explanation, the salesperson walked away, leaving Messi standing beside the car. Messi gazed at the coupe again, gently running his fingers over its shiny hood. The car's intricate design and craftsmanship fascinated him. A few minutes later, a middle-aged man appeared, walking briskly. His immaculate suit and confident demeanor made it clear he was Richard, the dealership's manager. Richard looked Messi up and down with a mix of disdain and restrained curiosity. "Can I help you?" he asked in a tone barely hiding his skepticism. Messi turned to face him directly and, with his characteristic calmness, said, "I'm interested in this car. I'd like to know more about it and the customization options you offer." Richard's response was laced with arrogance as he said, "We have certain standards for our clients." Messi raised an eyebrow slightly but remained composed. "And what would those standards be? I'm here as any customer, willing to pay for what I want." Richard crossed his arms and leaned forward slightly, emphasizing his dominant stance. "It doesn't matter who you are. We have clear policies about whom we serve. I'm sure you understand." Messi stood still for a moment, letting Richard's words sink in. There was something deeply offensive in the way the manager treated him. Yet Messi was not someone who lost his temper easily. "Understood. Thank you for clarifying," Messi replied courteously, though his eyes revealed a mix of disappointment and frustration. Without another word, he turned and began walking toward the exit. Meanwhile, another customer, who had been watching the scene from the beginning, decided to intervene, albeit in a modern way. Quietly, they took out their phone and recorded the interaction between Messi and Richard. The video captured Richard's cold demeanor and Messi's respectful but firm attitude. As Messi left the dealership silently, the customer saved the video with a knowing smile, aware that the clip would soon find its audience. "Leo, did you see what's happening?" Santiago said urgently over the phone. "The video has gone viral and the dealership is getting criticism from everywhere. It's a disaster for them." "It wasn't my intention to create a scandal, Santi," Messi replied calmly. "But if this helps expose something wrong, then so be it." Santiago paused, likely considering the situation. "We need to think about how to handle this. Do you want to say something publicly? This could be an opportunity to send an important message, but we have to be careful." Messi thought for a few seconds before responding. "Yes, I want to speak, but I don't want to attack anyone. I'd rather talk about respect and treating people with dignity, no matter who they are or how they're dressed." Santiago smiled on the other end of the line. "That's exactly what I hoped you'd say. I'll work on a draft for your statement. In the meantime, get ready. This is getting bigger." After the call, Messi turned to Antonella. "I don't want this to turn into something negative, Anto. If I'm going to say something, it has to be a message that inspires, not divides." She nodded with a warm smile. "You know what you're doing, Leo. You have a golden opportunity to make a difference." Meanwhile, the PR team at Lux Auto House was in chaos. Their social media was flooded with criticism, and major media outlets were requesting interviews. Richard, the manager, began to feel the heat as his name became a symbol of unacceptable behavior. With his characteristic humility and precision, Messi knew he had to address the situation carefully. That morning, after reflecting on the incident and discussing it with Antonella and Santiago, he decided to post a statement on social media. His message was brief but powerful. Respect is the foundation of any interaction, whether on a football field or anywhere else. It's essential to treat everyone with dignity, regardless of their appearance or status. I hope situations like this help us learn and create a better environment for all. The statement resonated immediately. Within minutes, it received thousands of likes and supportive comments. Celebrities, athletes, and fans worldwide shared the message, reinforcing the importance of respect. Meanwhile, the impact on Lux Auto House was devastating. Boycotts spread quickly, customers canceled orders, and demanded public apologies. The dealership's social media accounts were flooded with negative comments, and Richard's name became synonymous with discrimination and arrogance. Messi decided it was time to move on. With Santiago's help, he searched for another dealership to buy the car he wanted. They chose Orem Motors, a store known for its inclusive approach and excellent customer service. When Messi arrived at Orem Motors, he was greeted with a completely different attitude. Clara, the dealership manager, welcomed him personally. "Welcome, Mr. Messi. It's an honor to have you here. How can I assist you?" she asked warmly with a genuine smile. Grateful for the kind reception, Messi replied calmly, "I'm looking for a special car, something unique. I want a vehicle that combines elegance and performance." Clara nodded enthusiastically and invited him to follow her. "We have several options that might interest you. Let me show you some of our most exclusive models." She and her team presented different vehicles, each with detailed features that Messi listened to attentively. From hybrid sports cars to luxury electric sedans, the options were impressive. However, one car caught his eye, a black electric coupe with sleek, modern lines and a minimalist yet sophisticated interior. This model stands out not only for its design, but also for its performance, Claire explained. It has a range of over 500 kilometers and an acceleration that rivals any traditional sports car. Messi walked around the car, observing it closely. He gently ran his hand over the hood and then sat behind the wheel. "This is exactly what I was looking for," he said, finally smiling. While Clara took note of the details for customizing the car to Messi's preferences, she asked respectfully, "I hope your experience here has been pleasant." Messi looked up, reflecting before replying. "Different from other places, yes. But I believe even tough experiences can be turned into something positive." Clara nodded, understanding the deeper meaning of his words. "That's a wise way to see things, Mr. Messi. Here at Orem Motors, we strive to treat every customer with the respect and attention they deserve." Messi thanked her with a nod, feeling satisfied not only with his choice of car, but also with the overall experience. Outside, a group of fans and journalists who had followed the story since the Lux Auto House incident waited for Messi. When he stepped out of the dealership, Clara bid him farewell with a firm and sincere handshake. "Thank you for trusting us. I'm sure this car will be perfect for you," she said. Messi smiled. "Thank you for making this special." As Messi's newly acquired car was prepared for delivery, the cameras captured every detail. The story was clear, a symbol of humility and resilience, who had faced adversity calmly and turned the moment into something transformative. Lionel Messi, while waiting for his new car to be ready for delivery, reflected on the events of the past weeks. The incident at Lux Auto House and the impact of his message made him think deeply about how to turn a negative experience into a movement that promoted universal values. He then had an idea that excited him. After a brief conversation with Antonella and Santiago, he decided to propose it directly to Clara and the team at Orem Motors. The next day, he returned to the dealership to discuss his plan. "Clara, I have a proposal I'd like to share with you," Messi said confidently as they sat in a private meeting room. Intrigued, Clara leaned forward. "Of course, Mr. Messi. What is it about?" Messi took a moment to gather his thoughts before continuing. "I want to use what happened, not just to call out what's wrong, but to promote a message of respect and inclusion." Clara smiled warmly. "That's an incredible idea. It aligns perfectly with our company's values. How do you see it unfolding?" Messi smiled back and explained in more detail. "I imagine a video where I'm driving this new car. The central message would be something like, respect isn't just something we ask for, it's something we offer. Every gesture matters in transforming the world." Without hesitation, Clara responded, "We're fully on board. Our marketing team can start working on this immediately. This isn't just a campaign. It's a message the world needs to hear. The enthusiasm was shared by everyone in the room. Over the next few days, Messi worked closely with the Aurum Motors team to plan and shoot the promotional video. The production was simple yet powerful. The video opened with Messi driving his sleek black electric coupe through iconic streets. As he drove, his voice narrated, "Respect is the path we should all follow. It's not just something we demand, it's something we offer. Together we can transform the world, one gesture at a time." The video ended with Messi parking the car and stepping out with a calm smile. The campaign slogan, "Drive Respect," appeared on the screen. The launch was an overwhelming success. In less than 24 hours, the video garnered millions of views on social media and digital platforms. Celebrities, influencers, and everyday people shared the message, adding their own stories of inclusion and overcoming challenges. A Twitter user commented, "Thank you, Messi, for reminding us that everyone deserves respect, no matter how they look or where they come from." Your drive, respect. The campaign's impact quickly spread worldwide. Schools, businesses, and organizations adopted the slogan as part of their core values. Thousands of people shared heartfelt stories on social media about how small acts of respect had changed their lives. As Drive Respect gained traction, the fate of Lux Auto House took an irreversible turn. Despite a late attempt at a public apology, the damage was done. Richard, the manager responsible for the incident with Messi, was fired, but his name remained tied to the scandal. The company's reputation never recovered, and months later, they announced the closure of several branches. One evening, Santiago called Messi after reading the latest reports on the campaign's impact. "Leo, you have to see this. Drive Respect isn't just creating cultural change. Companies are now adopting policies based on respect and inclusion because of it." Messi listened quietly, taking in his friend's words. Finally, he responded modestly, "I didn't do it for the companies, Santi. I did it for the people. If this helps someone feel valued, then it's worth it." Antonella, who had been listening to the conversation, approached and hugged him. "You're creating an impact that goes beyond football, Leo. This will be part of your legacy." Meanwhile, on social media and forums, people continued celebrating the campaign. In schools and communities around the world, activities were organized under the Drive Respect slogan, from conferences to volunteer initiatives. Messi, for his part, continued to promote the message whenever he could, reminding the world that even difficult moments could be turned into opportunities for change. If this story touched you in any way, subscribe to the channel, and if you have suggestions for improving our content, leave them in the comments.